Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing.
Oh, you found the SM back.
Eli doesn't like work.
You can start talking, Jack.
From Memorial Field in Rutherford, New Jersey, the St. Mary Gales play the Rutherford Bulldogs. Rematch of these two teams who played back on April the 18th, with the Bulldogs coming out on top 6-2. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Rutherford. Jack Rizzo alongside Elijah Weintraub as the Gales go through their final stretch run of the season. Their third to last game. They will play either Thursday or Saturday at Leonia, still to be TBD. And then Friday is their senior night at home against Paramus. It'll be just Eli and I for that one, as Bobby will be at the gala. Just about ready to get started here for the Gales and Bulldogs. These two teams are St. Mary's and Rutherford are first and second respectively in the National Division. Now, Rutherford did win the first matchup between these two back on April the 18th, with starting pitcher Chris Joa pitching 5 strong innings. They got a big 3-run double from Luke Sorelli in the 6th, and they ended up winning that game 6-2. Again, we're trying to see if we can get a lineup. Isaac Young takes the mound today for the Gales, opposed by, we do not know yet. I see a pitcher on the mound for Rutherford. I cannot tell the number, though. So in case you guys don't know, our vantage point for this game, we are on the third base side, just beside third base. Beautiful day here. Beautiful mid-May day. Temperature is in the low 80s, but because we are right by the Passaic River, honestly feels more like in the 60s. Again, we're just waiting to get started here. Tyler Giordano would lead off for the Gales in this game. Gales are coming off an 8-2 win yesterday over Waldwick. Blaze Conti and Xavier Arana both had home runs in that game for the Gales. They're now 15-7 on the season. So Isaac Young will take the mound again for the Gales. We're not sure who he will be facing. I'm trying to look, just cannot see. We're getting the lineups in just a second. Again, a really beautiful day here in mid-May. Really nice showing today from St. Mary's on the road. As today we were at Memorial, the place where the Bulldogs play their football and baseball games. And we are still waiting to get started here. Coaches out at home plate talking about the dimensions. A little tricky again here at Memorial. Now, the St. Mary softball team is actually also playing today in the same field on the other side. So wish them the best of luck. Of course, the boys volleyball team won their senior night last Friday at home. And again, you don't want to miss it, guys. Tomorrow on Surge Sports TV and St. Mary's TV, we will present you the first edition of the new 12th Horseshoe podcast with Eli and I. In case you're wondering, the reason why we named it the 12th Horseshoe, it is going to be a football podcast. Eli is a Seahawks fan, so the 12th is in reference to the 12th man, and I am an Indianapolis Colts fan, so Horseshoe, of course, Colts logo is a horseshoe. And again, the first episode tomorrow, we will talk about the schedule release, go through it. So tomorrow will be strictly the AFC. And then next week, we will bring to you the NFC. We'll talk to you about the new cross-flexing rules, best primetime games, what you can expect from each and every team. We're going to go team by team, and we hope to make it a brand new thing. So we're super thrilled about that. Again, you can find that on Search Sports TV and the Gales TV and St. Mary Gales TV. So we're super excited about that. We're just about ready to get started here. Tyler Giordano will lead off. Of course, Ty the leadoff guy, as we will get a visit with the entire the entire Bulldogs infield. Coach Nigel heads out And the pitcher will be number 9. I am not sure who that is. I'll have to look in a second. They don't really have numbers. Eli is still trying to get a lineup, but we've not had any success so far. But again, we're just already get started. Tyler Giordano will lead off for the Gales against unknown right now. And the first pitch of the game is fouled back, and we are underway. Rematch between these two teams, of course. And how about that? How about that? An early visit from the catcher. One pitch into the game. Guess they're going to scout Ty, who's just named Conference Player of the Week. I do want to mention that the third baseman for Rutherford today, number 3, Van Weber, is also the starting quarterback for the Rutherford High School football team. Senior, 6'5". He is going to prep school next year, and he is a Rutgers football recruit. And that is, I think, a strike. I'm not sure. I missed that pitch. We're still trying to get the lineup, guys. Just hang with us. And Ty lines one into center field, a base hit. So a good start today for the Gales. As Ty, the leadoff guy, with a base hit and a wide turnaround first, but he'll hold there. So he continues his hot streak as he leads off with a base hit. So the Gales get the leadoff base runner at first. And that'll bring up the catcher, Kyle Watson, who's been in a bit of a slump lately. Looking to break out of it. National. Again, this game, as Bobby told us, well, if the Gales win today, they clinch the National Division, which these two teams are first and second, with the Gales in first. Rutherford just has one more game after this. The Gales have 3. Or 2 after this. And that's high, 2-0. Good take by Watson. Again, Isaac Young will take the mound today for the Gales. Isaac has pitched brilliantly in his last 2 starts, both against Dwight Englewood in 11 2/3. It's just been phenomenal. Last game, 6 2/3, nearly went the whole game. Struck out 11, gave up just 2 runs. Interviewed him after the game. As check swing there by Watson, he goes around and it's 2-1. We are still trying to get a lineup, and Eli will be back, I promise. Just waiting. It's great to be back with you guys. Bobby, of course, did the last 2 games for you. Kyle chops one foul, and it's 2-2, and that'll go into the Rutherford dugout. And let me see. So now they count 2-2 to Watson. And a pickoff try to first, and Ty gets back safely. Gales now 15-7 on the year. That's in the dirt, and it's a full count. So Watson put together a pretty good at bat here. Still no lineup yet, so we're still working on that. So now 3-2 to Watson. Giordano does not run, and Kyle takes one the other way, and that's down the right field line. So base hit for Watson on a full count, and the Gales get the first 2 runners on here in the first. So the Gales get the first 2 runners on, and that'll bring up the first baseman, number 55, Blaze Conti. Blaze has now homered in each of the last 2 games, both of them in the first inning. He has homered. St. Joe's on Saturday, Waldwick yesterday. Bobby had the call for both those games. Conti up for decision as the top sophomore position player in New Jersey. And the same could be said about Joey Chavas, who's the top freshman baseball player in New Jersey. So Gales seem to have a very bright future with these 2 leading the team. And a swing and a miss by Conti, and it's 0-2. Josh Marino waits on deck. Giordano at second, Watson at first with nobody out. And Conti pops one foul, and that'll go out of play. One, two coming. And he lines one into center field, a base hit. Giordano to third. He's going to be waved around by coach. He will score. Over to third base goes Watson. It's an RBI single for Conti, and 3 batters into the game. The Gills lead 3-0. And how about that? Now Conti gets thrown out as the catcher Gomez throws behind him at first for the first out. So a run will score on an RBI. It'll be an RBI single for Blaze Conti, bringing in Giordano as Watson goes over to third. So now 1 out, runner at third, and that'll bring up the cleanup batter, Josh Marino. Josh has played primary right field this year. We saw him play first base last game, and he takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. And Josh swings and misses, and it's 0-2. So Eli has now gotten the lineups, thank God. But still, we'll bring it to you in a second. Watson dancing off there, trying to get the pitcher to balk. And that's in the dirt, 1-2. He also put out primarily the same lineup throughout the year. The same 1 through 9. And that's in there. Strike 3 called. He gets Marino looking at a fastball for the second out. So now runner at third with 2 out, and it'll be up to Jason Rosado to bring in the run. Jason's been very hot lately. Saw him hit that 3-run double against Dwight Englewood, which ended up being the difference in that game. Had the 7th inning rally starter against Lyndhurst last Tuesday. Again, Isaac Young will be going to the mound when we come back for the bottom of the frame. And Jason pops one up into center field. This should be playable. And that retires the side. But Blaze Conti's RBI single gives the Gills the early lead. 1-0 going to the bottom of the first. Thank you. How about Rutherford? All right, cool. Oh, they're going to DH David today. That's interesting. Who's not in the lineup? There's somebody not in the lineup that usually is there. Oh, because they're playing Blaze at first. That's why. So Eli is working on Rutherford's lineup. I will give you St. Mary's lineup for today. Tyler Giordano leads off at short. Kyle Watson catching. Blaze Conti at first. Josh Marino cleanup in right field. Jason Rosado at second. Jacob Herrera at third. David Anderson will DH hitting 7th. Matt DeGennaro in center field for the first time. Hitting 8th. And then Xavier Arano hit a home run yesterday. He'll bat 9th and left. And it will be Isaac Young to the mound. So we're ready to get started here. I will read the lineup to you for Rutherford if I can see if I can. So Alex Gomez will lead off, followed by Van Weber, Luke Sorelli, Henry Hui, Chris Joa, Cole Guzmas, Andrew Erickson, and the first pitch from Young is outside, ball one. Alex Gomez, the catcher, will lead off for Rutherford. And the tie, 2-0.
No positions, but here's what I have.
Yep, thanks. Yep. And Gomez takes a strike, 2-1. Eli, can you just wrap that around? Because look, it's tied up, so put it like under. There you go. Oh no, the longer one.
This is the longer one.
Oh no. No, but that one. That one's easier for me. See, look. And the tie, 3-1. So Young struggling here. So Young quickly falls behind 3-1 to Gomez.
Go, Rutherford.
Yep. There's a strike and it's 3-2. What? Oh yeah, hang on. I'm trying to just do this real quick. Go ahead, take it.
What have you said so far?
I talk about like the podcast, just like about the first game, but I didn't read off what you have to read. So Eli's gonna bring to you the information about Rutherford.
Okay, St. Mary's is in first place, 14-6, followed by Rutherford. They're 13-9. Sea Caucus is sorry, I had that from the last game. They were both in the National Division. This is for division title. Although the standings show a point difference, that's it comes down to today's game basically. No matter what happens on Friday and Saturday with Leonia and Paramus, does not matter for the standings and for at least the title part of the National Division. So this is a crucial game for St. Mary's to win, as there is a walk to first given up by Young. Meanwhile, St. Mary's is, of course, 16-7, not 13-9, my mistake. 14-9 is Rutherford, I think. I think I wrote it wrong that foot. 13-9 is Rutherford, sorry. St. Mary's 16-7. They won yesterday's game 8-3 over Woldwick. David Anderson, Jacob Herrera pitched in that game. Meanwhile, St. Mary's played Rutherford on April 19th and lost that game 6-2. This is gonna be the last meeting of the season. We will not see them for playoffs as the Gales are non-public B and Rutherford are not in non-public B. St. Mary's lost against the St. Joe's in the Brown to the Bergen County tournament 7-2. Blaise Conte and Joey Chavasta pitched in that game. Count is at 1-1.
I need the thing back for
Okay.
scorekeeping.
The Rutherford coach is Carmen Spina, 13-9, coming off a loss to Saturday, 5-13 to Montville, 6-5. More stats information along as time goes.
That's all, and that's gonna go all the way back to the corner. Chased down by Arana. That's gonna bring in Gomez from third. Weber's on his way to third, and he'll make it in standing up. He's got an RBI triple, and just like that, the Bulldogs have tied the game. It's 1-1. So Van Weber hitting one into no man's land. X did all he could to get to it, but not before the run could score. And Weber ends up at third with an RBI triple.
An early mishap, but it's okay. The Gills are good with coming back. And as you mentioned, Jack, if you have not mentioned already, the Gills are coming off of starting with 2 home runs back-to-back in the first inning, all done by Blaise Conte, of course. He hit one early in the St. Joe's game, and then followed by hitting another home run yesterday in Woldwick. He has done a fantastic job when it comes to those home runs, and hopefully another one could hit it here.
That'll bring up Luke Sorelli now that the number 15 had the big three-run double in that game versus St. Mary's. And Rutherford ended up winning that game 6-2. So Van Weber with an RBI triples. There's a strike, 1-1. He was hitting 7th at the beginning of the year, but they have moved him up to 2nd now in the order, and it pays dividends as he drives in the run. Of course, he also is the starting quarterback for the Rutherford High School football team. Just joined baseball this past year. And he pops one up. Isaac says he has it. And he makes the catch in fair territory for the first out. So nice grab there by Isaac Young. Not used to doing that as a pitcher. But he makes the catch. pitcher's not used to doing that, but Isaac was waving everybody else saying it was his ball, and he ends up making the grab. So now 1 out, still Weber on third, and that'll bring up Henry Hui, the number 5 batter. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Fastball right down the middle. So Young quickly ahead in the count 0-2 with Chris Joa on deck. Again, we do not have positions, so just the...
We'll fill them in as the game goes on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So Weber's still at third.
Again, this is a huge division rival game. 2 blocks separate Rutherford High School and St. Mary's High School. And again, this is not just about the division rival and being right in same town rivalry, but this is also for a title for the standings, which is pretty hard to get, incredible for both these teams. So a lot is on this plate today.
And that's grounded down to first. A nice grab by Conti, and he'll go to the bag for the out. But in to score comes Weber, and Rutherford takes the lead. It's 2-1. So second out in the inning, but in to score comes Weber, and it's 2-1.
It's early on, but they'll bounce back easily.
So it'll be an RBI for Hui on the ground out.
2 out.
So now 2 outs, nobody on, and that'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Chris Joa, who pitched the first game between these two teams, 5 strong. And he cracks one out to the gap in left center field. Over comes DeGennaro, and diving, he made the
He
can't
dropped
make the
it.
catch. He dropped it.
And it's not in time.
Is Joa with a double. Well, DeGennaro, inexperienced in center field, made a great effort at that line drive, but got it in his glove, but could not secure it.
Yeah, it's
so
a great job.
Double for Joa.
Good try and good chance for DeGennaro. However, the dimensions here are a little tricky here, as the left is a little bit further out and a little bit. It's very different from the angle we see here. So it's got to be tough for these guys adjusting to this new style. Of course, they're not used to it. Of course, they're used to their own home back in Sheridan Field, which is less than a 3-minute ride from here.
That brings up Cole Gumas now. Number 6 hitter, and Watson will come out for a visit with Isaac, and here comes Ty as well for the visit.
It's usually a traditional meet, but they usually are quick, and they've
So
been helpful, especially when Giordano
in this
goes into these meetings.
doubleheader for them. They are ahead now 2-1 with Joa still at second. And Young will step off. It'll be a disengagement there on Isaac Young. We saw Isaac balk last game, which brought in one of the only 2 runs in that game for Dwight Englewood. Isaac was 1 out away from pitch a complete game. Told us that the reason why he came out was pitch count, and that's in there for a strike. Good slider by Young. As I mentioned, the great pitchers, they usually tend to struggle early, and then they just get settled in the rest of the game. We've seen that from the Gales pitchers this year. Let's see if Isaac can have that kind of success in this game. And that's fouled back into the netting. Ty holding the runner over there at second. Outfielders playing relatively deep out there. Yeah, dimensions are tricky. The football field right behind us. No outfield wall, so it's hard to tell what's a home run here. And of course, softball playing on the other field. Young looks back at Joa. And that's a chopper to short. Giordano waits on the hop and he boots it. Joa will now come around and home. The throw to the plate, Watson with a tag.
Safe.
Safe as the ball gets away. And down to second base goes Guzmas. So it'll be an error on Giordano, allowing Joa to come in to score. Made a good throw. There's a huge collision at home plate, but Watson was not able to hang on to the ball. So it's now 3-0 Bulldogs. And that'll bring up Andrew Erickson now. Excuse me, no. Sorry.
The number 5 was the names in the back.
Oh, yeah, Erickson. I'm sorry. Erickson, okay. There goes the runner to third. The throw to third, the tag by Herrera, and it goes into left field. And that'll bring in another run as Gumas will come in to score. So it's 4-1 now, Rutherford here in the first. That's the second error of the inning on the Gales. This one will go on Watson. An errant throw into left, allowing the run to come in. So it's now 4-1. And that's foul back. This is not the same Isaac Young that we saw in the last game against Dwight Englewood. Gales look like it had something going in the first, ended early on a base running mistake by Blaze Conti, and Rutherford has responded with 4 runs in the bottom of the first. And that's a ball. That's check swing. Did he go? He went around. And that'll end the inning. So first strikeout for Young as Erickson goes around on the swing. But the Bulldogs bring in 4. It's 4-1 going to the top of the second. Back for the top of the second here at Memorial Field. Rutherford leads this game 1-0, or 4-1, excuse me, as they brought in 4 in the bottom of the first. Gales looking to respond here in the second. They'll have Jacob Herrera, David Anderson, and DeGennaro in the inning. And Jake lines one down the right field line, and that's going to be down for a base hit, and it'll go by the right fielder in a no man's land. Herrera to second. He'll take the turn and try for third. The throw to third is in time, but Herrera dives in safely. It's a leadoff triple for Jacob Herrera. And the Gales are right back in business here in the second. By the way, Chris Joa is once again pitching for the Rutherford in this game, as I just saw. So Herrera now at third. That's the second. Bobby, should that be a triple or an error on the right field?
That should be an error with the triple.
No, because he dove for it.
I'll give a triple.
I'm gonna give a triple to Herrera, and then I'll bring up David Anderson, who's gonna DH in this game, and that's in the dirt ball 1. It goes to the backstop, but no advancement from Herrera. Gales looking to respond here in the second. David Anderson has a home run this year, back on April the 17th against Secaucus. Great showing here today from the Gales. And David fouls one back, and that'll go into the Rutherford supporters. Matt DeGennaro on deck. King of infield hits, as I call him, had the walk-off sacrifice bunt against Lyndhurst. The Gales have seen some terrific pitchers over these last few games. They saw a good pitcher in Anthony Pizzitti last Tuesday, Lyndhurst. Last Wednesday, Reese Bowie from Dwight Englewood, who's a Wake Forest commit, pitched that game. Gales beat both of them, though. Now they're facing the sophomore pitcher, Chris Joa. And that goes to the backstop again, but no advancement from Herrera. Gales just need a fly ball here to get in a run. Trying to come back after that rough first inning. David swings and misses as he strikes out. That's the first strike. That's the second strikeout for Joe in this game. He gets Anderson with a pitch away. So now 1 out, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Matt DeGennaro. The Bulldogs are going to bring their infield about halfway. Nope, they're going to bring them all the way in. How about that? In a 4-1 game, they're going to bring their infield in.
I think it's a smart choice because the Gales are known for their bunts, and they're known for their last-minute changes, and
yeah, just
the way the Gales have been lately.
Actually, well, the shortstop's going to play back now. We got the second baseman in. And it's 0-2 now to DeGennaro. And that's high, 1-2, with Xavier Arana on deck. So Herrera at third, 1 out. And DeGennaro strikes out. So back-to-back strikeouts now for Joa. And there's now 2 outs now in the second. Now the Gales the Bulldogs can bring their infield back now with 2 outs. And Herrera still stuck over there at third. And X takes a strike, 0-1. And half swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-1.
And keep in mind, because of St. Mary's win yesterday, their power points went up in the non-public B rankings. They now are at 479 power points. St. Thomas Aquinas falls right behind with 437. St. Thomas Aquinas has a record of 14-6, while St. Mary's has a 16-7 record.
Path out of this inning. X had a home run last game, 3-run shot against Waldwick. Herrera dancing off third. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Joe as he works around the leadoff triple. 4-1 going to the bottom of the second.
We're in the national division. We should.
I'm going to stand now.
Okay.
Figure out how to get down.
Go down 1. That's a good idea. We'll switch.
Back for the top of the third. And that's foul back. Look out. Heads, heads, heads. And it'll go into foul territory. And we'll get somebody to go chase out for that. So as the Rutherford hitter, Acosta fouls one back. Interesting way to start the third. Try not to get hit by foul balls here. Try not to have all of our stuff blow away.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The wind today is not a big. It's pretty effective today. But usually when you're playing at Memorial or Tryon Field, no matter what sport it is,
Ground ball
wind
foul.
Is always going to be
and it's 1 and 2. Oh
factor
my god.
because of the Passaic River right next to us.
Trying to keep my scoreboard
Regardless
here.
of the weather, if it's sunny or rainy or snowy, it's always going to be windy and cold because of the river.
Yep.
And when it's cold, it doesn't help. Don't play. Don't come. That's the mountain.
Ground ball past the pitcher. Conti with Young covering, and he makes it for the first out.
Nice job by St. Mary's trying to close it out early and end this inning without it forcing another run to come in. And they need all the help and all the runs they can get, trying to get those home runs back at it and keep this alive. I mean, it's great out. So I do want to stand corrected that the division title was not for the national standings where St. Mary's is currently at. That's the normal version you'll see on NJ.com if you view it. Beginning tomorrow, the PowerPoints and everything will lock in from what I'm hearing. So, if not today.
Now for
today and tomorrow will lock in. That's the message. But St. Mary's doesn't play tomorrow, so it'll lock in for St. Mary's by today. That'll be for the power rankings. That means the playoffs for North Jersey Public B. No update when it will lock in for the regular standings, which they're currently in the national division, which is also where Rutherford is at as well.
What number is that, Eli, at the plate?
20, 30.
33.
That looks like 33.
All right. That's popped up.
33.
And Herrera makes the grab to retire to the side. Or, excuse me, for the second out. I forgot how many outs there were. That ball came right at us. Bobby had to shield me. And Herrera...
Yeah, what happened to the glove jack for the early on that we're going to bring it?
Yeah. So now 2 out, nobody on. And that'll bring up the...
That was foul.
Oh, I thought Herrera made the catch. And that's it. Now he struck him out. Okay. I thought Herrera caught that on the fly.
The board is that's the end of the inning. We'll be back.
After this line, good ball.
Oh. Oh. So now 2 out.
Are we still on?
Oh my god. Guys, all this... Dear God. All right. Now time for the catcher, Alex Gomez, who walked his first time up. Young looking for his first 1-2-3 inning, and he will not get it. A base hit by Gomez down the left field line. Nice play by Arana. Gomez will hold at first. He's got a single.
We didn't have 3 outs?
Oh. Good ball.
I thought we had 3 outs. I was like, oh, I thought we were fair.
So the Bulldogs get a 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Van Weber, and a pickoff, try snap throw, and not in time. That's a good move there by Isaac. We saw him pick off a base runner, I believe, in his last. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Isaac. And another pickoff try. That time he got him right on cue. Just as I mentioned, Isaac picking off a base runner last game, he picks off Gomez off first, and that'll end the bottom of the second, 4-1 Bulldogs.
You need her to move?
I'll say so.
I'm trying not to get killed out here, Bobby, by one of these foul balls.
I gotta buy a helmet next time we come back.
Helmet.
That's my luck.
I'm here in center field.
My luck is I get hit.
Oh my god. I can't with this anymore. Oh yeah. This wind is Rutherford?
I'm going to do that now.
All right, cool.
And I'll just schedule on the 4th.
Yep, go ahead.
You're on the 3rd, right?
Wait, where'd Bobby go? Oh, over there. Here, I'll work the camera. That's fine.
Let me know when we're back on, Jack. Jack, is the mic off?
No, but the music's still going.
Are we off?
Oh, wait, no. But kind of hoping the sun stays
Welcome
away
back.
for the
It
rest of
looks
this
like
game,
Tyler
so it doesn't
Giordano-
obstruct my view.
Welcome back. It looks like Tyler Giordano might be leading off again for the Gills. Could be wrong.
Yep, tie.
Yes, tide's up. All right, here are your leaders for Rutherford. In the meantime,
You're right in the batter's way, though. We can't see Blaze hit then. Thank you.
your team leader. Sorry about that, folks. It hits Luke Sorelli, number 24, with 28 hits. He also leads with 3 home runs. He's a junior. Alex Gomez leads with 32 runs. Luke Sorelli also leads with 30 RBIs at bat. With pitching strikeouts, Colton Herbert with 41 strikeouts, and we did confirm that today is the cutoff for the non-public B standing. So it will be they will more than likely take over the number 1 lock and seed if they can hold out to the win today. And St. Thomas Aquinas doesn't play today and hopefully plays well, but that will lock St. Mary's in possibly at the number 1 seed with a win today, and hopefully St. Thomas Aquinas lost if St. Mary's does lose.
Ty takes in the dirt. Chris
Which means
Joa
every
pitched a
home game would
terrific
come to
game
St.
against
Mary's
St.
if,
Mary's back on April the
We
18th.
continue to move on.
He had just 1 run in 5. Or actually, I don't even know if he gave up a run, actually. But he pitched very well. Ty bounces 1 to third. Weber charges with the strong arm as a quarterback. Is able to make the easy throw for the first out.
Strong as a quarterback for great quarterback arm, and he's
But he's a good quarterback because he
quarterback.
is their starting quarterback.
was. He's now a senior.
Yeah. He is going to go to prep school, and then he is a Rutherford commit. Had a great season last year, threw for 33 touchdowns and just 1 interception the whole season.
Wow.
He's named the NJIC Player of the Year, I believe, for football.
Very good.
And this is his first year playing baseball, so I mean, obviously it makes sense that he's playing third with the arm he would have as a quarterback.
Absolutely.
The starting pitcher Chris Joa also plays football for Rutherford. That's foul back. Obviously, softball going on in the back. Not a Little League game this time.
That's
It's
St.
actually
Mary's.
our St. Mary's softball team. And there's a ball in the outfield over there. So Ty's still at the... Oh, no. Kyle Watson had a base hit his first time up. And he grounds 1 to second. And then time for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Chris Joa. And that'll bring up Blaze Conti, number 55, first baseman. As I mentioned, Blaze has homered in each of the last 2 games versus St. Joe's and Waldwick. Both of them have come in the first inning.
And just a reminder that we'll have schedule updates for both teams at the start of the top of the 4th. So stay tuned for that. We'll see how many games each team has left. We'll announce that and more information hopefully when the time comes available.
Blaze had a base hit his first time up, and he fouls 1 back, nothing in 1.
Just missed it.
Outfitters play very deep. Of course, you know, we know the power that this kid's got.
Jack, switch mics because that looks like the longer one.
2 home runs in his last 2 games. And that's in the dirt. It bounces away. Gomez, a very good catcher behind home plate. Conti fouls that one back against 1 and 2. So now Conti down in the count 1 and 2. And he reaches forward and bloops one into right field, and it'll be caught by the second baseman, and that retires side. So Joe has his first 1-2-3 inning, 4-1 going at the bottom of the third. Eli, can you pass me my water, please? It's
Yeah.
it's in the pocket.
You want the new one or?
The Gales one, the one in the front. Thank you. Wait, which mic should I use?
That's mine. So use this one.
As Isaac Young back to the mound for his third inning of work, it will be, let's see, I don't even know. Weber, man, Weber to lead off. He was stranded at the plate when Gomez got picked off first in the second, and he pops one foul, and that'll go out of play. Heads up. Yes, at home.
So
Actually, I
Yeah,
think
so St. Mary's JV team is playing at Rutherford today. Not at Rutherford. They're in Rutherford, rather. God. They're actually home at Sheridan Field. The St. Mary's JV team is home versus
That's a
Rutherford
ball.
currently right now. The winner of that game, and that is, according to what Coach D'Alessandro said, that is their last game this season for JV.
And he posts
Obviously,
one
there's
the
no
other
players for
way, and
them.
that goes through for a base hit. So Weber is 2 for 2.
And there is no bullpen here, so
You get bullpen coach Saturday.
what?
That's all I'm saying, though. It's bullpen coach.
It was?
Wow. So Weber on first, leadoff base runner for Rutherford. And that'll bring up Luke Sorelli, who leads the majority of offensive stats for Rutherford this season. And there's a strike from Young, 0-1. This has been a far different performance today from Isaac. And a pickoff try, and Weber gets back safely. Isaac has now given up more runs in the first 2 innings than he did in his last two starts combined.
The bad news is there is no bullpen here, so it's just going to be whatever we see first is the bullpen.
That's popped up into center field, or right field. Moreno has a play and makes the grab for the first out. Weber with
Great
no
job.
advancement. So Sorelli flies out to right, and he's 0 for 2.
No win by the first baseman yet.
The Gales will have
The runner on the
four.
first
The
baseman.
Gales will have 4, 5, and 6 in the in the top of the fourth. Moreno, Rosado, and Herrera. So 1 out. Weber still at first, and that'll bring up the number 5 hitter Henry Hui, and he fouls one back, 0-1. We had one of the RBIs for Rutherford in the bottom of the first. It was a ground out to first rather. They put up 4 in that inning. 2 errors brought in the other 2. An error by Giordano and an error by Watson behind the plate. There goes Weber. The throw by Watson, and it'll go
Overthrown.
into center field, and Weber will stay put at second. So Van Weber has a stolen base. Now a runner in scoring position for Rutherford with 1 out. Isaac will step off. It'll be a disengagement.
What? I'm in the way.
I couldn't tell. The sun is killing me, but in the dirt, and Weber will stay put. That's high to Hui.
2-2. 2-2 count. Full count, rather. Full count. 1 out. Runner at second. It's hard to see here with the glare. Now the wind calmed down, but now we got sun. What a combination here in Memorial Field.
Yep, it's terrible. It's right in my face. Step off by Isaac.
As you could hear on the microphone, the wind is picking up to a good extent.
And Hui bounces one to first. Conti has it. And that's in time for the second out. Over to third base goes Weber.
The
So for the second straight time, Hui is grounded out to first. And it'll be up to Chris Joa with the starting pitcher with a runner at third to see if he can help himself out.
Oh, an update on the reason why St. Mary's gave up so many runs in that Rutherford, not Rutherford, Sea Caucus St. Mary game back on Thursday. That they gave us so many runs in 6, and the reason why they took out Bradley Higgins early before the start of the inning, Bradley said to me that Coach Nigel wanted to preserve him for either today's game against Rutherford or if not another future game because of how well he played. They put Xavier Rana in because that was the next up on the list. Didn't turn out to
No, Victorio.
Victoria. Wasn't in great favor, but
That's
it turned
cracked
out
down
the
the
way,
left field line,
it is.
and that's down for a base hit. Weber will come in to score. Try for second is Gumas, and he makes it safely. He's got an Joe,
Safe.
excuse me. He's got a double. That's his second double of the game, and the Bulldogs now lead 5-1. So now Gumas will be up. 5-1 game now here in the bottom of the third.
it was an early mistake, but they'll bounce back easily. They're St. Mary.
Well, hopefully. I mean,
They're good.
Rutherford's got a pretty good pitcher on the mound.
A really good pitcher. I mean, but
And a good hitter. So, I mean, he's 2 for 2, got 2 doubles and an RBI, scored a run. And did they call a balk? Yep, they called
They
a
did.
balk. So that'll move him over to third. That's the second time now in the last
2 outs,
few
don't
starts
forget.
that Isaac Young is balked. So
Yes.
now Joe over at third.
Balk. It's called a balk.
What?
It's
Was it a ball or was it a balk?
balk.
Wait, what happened?
They're asking what was it?
It was a balk or did it go to the back? Somebody advanced.
He advanced on his own. He didn't run. So it looks like
I guess so. Also ran very softly, so I'm guessing it was a balk. And that's a strike.
JV's playing at Tampa here. No problem.
And that's cracked out to the gap in right center field. Overcomes DeGennaro. It's going to drop for a base hit. That'll score Joa. And in a second with a double is Gumas. It's now 6-1 Rutherford. Back-to-back doubles, and Young is now giving up 6 runs in this game. Wow.
Don Mills putting on his catching equipment. And Joey Chivasta has the glove on. He could be possibly the next one up.
So Conti will now the corner infielders are going to come out for a visit. Excuse me.
It looks like it is going to be Chivasta. So Chivasta's going to warm up.
Yep, looks like it.
Chivasta's
Joey
warming
will
up, and he's going to head down
to the
towards, I guess, the football
bullpen.
field.
Struggle for Isaac in
That's
this
the
game.
bullpen here.
Not the start he was looking for. 6-1 now. Back-to-back RBI doubles from Joa and Gumas.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So they just played Jeopardy here, so.
Just to remind you guys, that's coming up tomorrow. What time do you want to do? 6:30, 7, 6?
Whatever is there.
Oh, what time should we start the podcast?
We'll talk during break.
So coming up
We'll
tomorrow.
talk during break.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk about it though real quick. Remind them again.
Oh, wait till after we go to break. Let's figure it out, and then we'll go to talk about it.
Yep.
So the score right now 6-1 with 2 outs and 1 strike and a runner at second. Here is a pitch now from Young to Sorelli with a foul ball.
No, this is Erickson.
Erickson, 12.
Yes.
Erickson.
Sorelli is 15.
All right. So the dimensions are here, obviously in Memorial Field, are very weird. The bullpen is actually in the Rutherford Town football field. So that's where their bullpen action is happening. Where Rutherford's bullpen is going to be at, can't wait to see. It's been very interesting.
So Joey warming up in no man's land over there. No bullpen here. See if we see him come in. Guzmas and Young will step off. We've already seen 1 balk called in this inning.
Now, Jack, can you predict any changes possibly that we could see here? Yeah, obviously, Young will go out eventually. Chivas would come in.
Swing and a miss as
Possibly.
Erickson strikes out for the second time, and that'll end the inning. So second strikeout for
We'll be
Young.
back. We'll talk
2
more.
more for Rutherford. 6-1 going to the top of the 4th.
No, I was asking, what are your predictions on who's going to change? When Chivasta comes in for Young later, or if it happens, what do you think is the outfit going to change?
They're not. I don't think they're going to change.
You don't think they're going to change? They're going to
No.
leave this time?
My God, my eyes, man. That sun is so like.
Going down.
So what time do you want to do it, Eli?
I don't know.
I got a show at 9, so ask me.
Yeah, 6.
Okay,
We were
yeah.
6.
You want to do 6 or 6:30?
We could do 6:30.
I would do. If you wait that long, I would do 7.
7 o'clock?
'Cause 6 dinner time.
Yeah,
7?
I agree. So 7?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna try. I'm not sure how long we're gonna make it. We're only
as long as you
we're only gonna do the AFC tomorrow because we
Then
don't
the
want it to
pro-
carry on for because we're gonna spend like a few minutes on each team, so we don't want to keep going on.
Yeah, we're going to
We
do.
can't do 30. I don't think we can do 32. We'd be here for 5 hours if we did all the 30.
We're going to talk about the broadcasting right changes.
Alert to school too.
Yep, we will. We're going to do the broadcasting right changes tomorrow in the AFC teams, and then, if possible, next Wednesday, can we do NFC? Yeah, as long as there's no game. If not, we'll find another day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 'cause my birthday's the day after.
Oh, never mind then. If it's your birthday. Okay.
Well, we have to do, if we're gonna do the AFC, we can't just do the AFC.
2 weeks I'll have your copy.
Well, Eli, we could do Tuesday too or Monday.
What'd you say?
We can do Tuesday or Monday next week.
I have the pipe.
What, sorry?
We can do Tuesday or Monday next week.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever date works better for you, just let us know.
I'm working more than weekends, so but I do cake and stuff on.
So, do you know what day might be
Okay.
best for you next week?
What's your schedule?
Well, the out occurred there for the first out of the inning,
Josh Moreno grounds out for the first out.
and Rosado
Jason
is now
Rosado
a
coming
bat. Weber doing a great job. And Weber, not Weber. Whoever's the pitcher. Who's the pitcher?
Joa.
Joa, the pitcher's been doing a
I think
great
that's how
job.
you say it. I don't know. Do you know how to say his name, Bobby? Gioia.
Joa.
Joa. I've never heard of it, but yeah, that's how you say it. I think I was saying it wrong last game, but. So Jason Rosado. Jason flied out to center his first time up. 1 out now for Joa. Looks like he go a long way in this inning. That goes right back to him, and he'll take it to first. So the one unassisted.
So it's 2 outs.
Yep.
Very early in the inning. Oh, let's get the schedule updates.
Go ahead.
Here are your upcoming schedule for both teams. For St. Mary's, their next home game is going to be on Friday at Paramus for senior night. The start time is at 4:15 p.m. according to home. Sorry, versus Paramus home. Messed up there. So it's now home.
You can't have your senior
versus-
night away.
I read it wrong. It's home versus Paramus, senior night, 4:15 p.m. Not a 4 o'clock start, but we will go on the air early to broadcast,
Oh,
obviously,
that
the
drills
senior festivities, as there is a hit by pitch there, and Herrera goes to first. And for Rutherford, their next upcoming game is this Thursday, and this is their final game of the season. They're away at Harrison at 4 p.m. So more than likely, regardless of a win or loss today for St. Mary's, they will lock in at number 1 for the National Division, as well as for the non-public B rankings, as long as if they can somehow get a win on Friday and Saturday.
And tomorrow, coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, the first edition of the 12th Horseshoe Podcast. Eli and
Yes.
I will be talking about the NFL schedules. We're gonna keep it a football only. We're gonna stay on to talk about it real quick as Anderson grounds out to end the inning.
Yeah, tomorrow
But-
we're going to be talking about the NFL schedule, AFC schedule tomorrow.
Cross-flexing, prime time, and just an AFC team.
Yes, and we'll also talk about the broadcasting rights changing to certain channels. We'll explain all that tomorrow, and then hopefully we can get one, possibly another one next week.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna get one next week.
Just to talk about the NFC before the start of the football season.
And then after that, we'll
It's our
figure
first,
out. And we're planning to make this obviously a new permanent thing for us. We're super
Hopefully.
excited about it. We obviously want to thank our mentor Bobby for everything that he's done for us.
Thank you.
You know, Bobby's the man, trust me. And hoping to obviously we'll have coverage during training camp, all that, and then when the NFL season comes out, maybe a recap after every week of
Hopefully.
NFL football.
Excited to go on this new journey.
So we're gonna again a football only podcast. Again, the reason why it's called the 12th Horseshoe Podcast is because
12th man?
Eli is a Seahawks fan. That's in reference to 12th man. I'm a Colts fan. Horseshoe, of course, is our logo. So the 12th Horseshoe Podcast. We came up with that one ourselves.
12th Horseshoe.
Yep.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it works.
Do you have any other better ones? Yeah, so AFC scheduled tomorrow, broadcasting changes, and then next week, hopefully NFC we can go. We'll get NFC next week.
Well,
Which
yep.
NFC will focus more about Seattle.
Yeah, we'll focus more on the Colts tomorrow.
Yeah,
Eli.
so when the Colts, we'll probably try to do the Colts the last thing,
Oh,
just so
stop.
that you could just talk and I could just sit there, relax, and be like, huh, I need to work on my information for next
We're
week.
gonna go in
for
alphabetical
Seattle.
order, as that's a ball 1-0.
Yeah.
Isaac's still out there.
Yeah, Joey Javas is still warming
Yep.
up.
Now,
We'll see what
now,
happens and where he
Joey's
goes.
doing some light tossing. Oh no! The
We're in the
Wi-Fi.
fourth year.
Oh my god! All right,
As you can tell, the Wind is currently winning.
swing and a miss. That's a good pitch by him. Probably the best one he's thrown today. You want to do this work? The honors? Here, draw like one of these for all the empty ones in the third. Here you go. Right here. Here. Draw like lines across all of them, like I did up top. And then up top. Do that one. No. This one. That one.
And 29. Who's up now? 7?
7. So right here, you're gonna write whatever. I'll tell you what to
Okay.
do. So Eli's gonna try some scorekeeping now. I'm gonna teach him how to do
Great.
that.
Some of the things
Yeah,
you're doing during your broadcasting
don't
priorities.
miss the first edition of the 12th Horseshoe podcast tomorrow. We are super thrilled about it.
And excited.
Obviously,
Your journey.
hopefully, we don't have any difficulties with it. We trust Bobby to help to get us through that.
Yeah,
yes.
I sent it to you. I sent you an image of it. Yesterday.
Swing and a
I'll show you
miss,
during the
and
break.
Young strikes out
Set to K?
Acosta. Yep. K forward. Yep. That's the 3rd strikeout for Young.
Sam Kelly is up next for Rutherford.
Switch hitter, I believe. I'm not sure. I think he's a switch hitter. Bottom of the 4th here in Rutherford. And that's popped up foul. That's coming our way. And it will go foul. Tigers that chase that one, and he'll just leave it there. Bobby had to duck out of the way for that one. Fortunately, it went about 15 feet behind us. So another one that nearly hit us over here. You know, just trying to stay safe over here. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Hey, wait, let me see.
I think last name's out. So.
In the meantime, Sam Kelly hits a foul ball earlier. It's an 0-2 count.
One that almost hit Bobby over here. Fortunately, he got out of the way. We're just obviously trying to stay safe over here. Fortunately, there's not a lot of left-handed batters in the game, so most of the foul balls go off to the right side. But Sam Kelly is one of the left-handed batters, and he takes the ball.
And meanwhile, on the left-hand side of us, a softball game is currently happening right now for St. Mary's versus Rutherford. No idea what the score is. And JV's playing right now home at Sheridan Field versus Rutherford.
Oh, and in the shallow left. X comes on, he can't get it. It goes in foul territory.
Yeah, they need better
Nice over
netting.
there by Arana, but he could not make the grab. So Kelly will stay alive in the at-bat. So Kelly's staying alive in the at-bat. In the dirt.
George Vasa looks like
And
he's still
that's
finishing up his
Popped
work
up
there.
behind third. Out goes Herrera, and comes Arana next.
Wow.
Makes the grab.
Great work
Nice
by
grab
Arana.
X, and
Making the
did
effort,
he might. I
running
think he might have
hard.
thought for a second that there were 3 outs there, but now he has to go back. Put Eli.
Yeah.
F7. Put F7.
F7, okay.
Perfect. Eli's doing a good job over here with the scorekeeping. So now 2-0, nobody on. Rutherford will begin their 3rd time around the batting order with the catcher, Alex Gomez, who is 1 for 1, singled, and walked. Got picked off first his last time up, as Young was able to get him. Gales will have the bottom of the order coming up in the, Gales will have 8, 9, and 1 in the top of the 5th. That's DeJaneiro, Arana, and Giordano. And that's popped up foul. That'll go out of play. So Gomez fouling one off. There are a lot of players on the Rutherford baseball team that also play football for them.
Yes,
They had a
and
terrific season this
and
past
they have a
season.
huge roster because there's a game right now happening in for JV in Tamlin, Sheridan Field.
In the dirt to Gomez. Joey still warming up over here, so you think he might come in. And I'm looking over. Now he's starting to ramp it up a little bit over there. We'll see if he comes in or not. And it's a ball, 2-2. St. Mary's thought that was strike 3, but it was not.
Looks like it
strike
seems to be
3.
Nigel was sitting down trying to organize the thoughts between Young and Kyle Watson. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have an update.
Chopper foul on foul. Okay. Kyle came off the plate to make the grab, but it ended up being a foul ball. Ground ball to short. Giordano deep in the hole, and he boots it, and he'll have no play.
An error there.
Nope, it'll be an infield hit for Gomez. So just one B. No, top. The bottom guy is just in for defense, I think. So it'll be an infield single for Alex Gomez. That'll keep the inning alive. Now for the third baseman, Van Weber. Van is 2 for 2, tripled, singled, scored 2 runs. Also stole a base. Of course, as we mentioned plenty of times, quarterback of the football team here at Rutherford. Led them to a great season this past year. Rutgers recruit. Will go to prep school next year.
Coaches on the bench are asking for the players and the outfield to move back a little bit. Guessing we're expecting a huge hit from here for Weber is what they're predicting.
Well, he's got pretty big power. We've seen that already. Pickoff try and no chance to get Gomez. Well, Isaac has already picked off Gomez once in this game. Gomez trying to avoid a second as a bee just flew right by my eye. There goes Gomez, and Weber grounds one.
That'll be a base hit.
And Gomez.
No, wait a minute.
will
He's
go
going to
first
third.
The throw is in time, and they got him. Who made the throw? Extra mad. Arana guns down Gomez. That's the second time he's been thrown
Great
out.
job, and we'll be back.
Yeah, that's the second time in this game that Gomez has been gunned down on the bases. So it's the third hit of the game for Weber, but the inning comes to an end, 6-1, going on top of the 5th.
What do I put?
Just put 1B. It was a single, and then obviously,
He said,
Jack, are we on? I don't want your mom's email.
okay.
6-1 your score as we enter the top of the 5th here.
I
With
need the pencil. Joey still up and a ground ball to second, and DeGenero will be out at first base as Joa continues his dominance. No, I need St. Mary's.
I can do it.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Okay, he grounded out. Should be 4-3. 4-3. Wait, no, it's the wrong one. No. It was De Janeiro.
My fault.
You're good. Eli getting to work here on the scoreboard. And strike. Check swing foul. As Arana, who just threw out Gomez at third, is up. And X takes a walk. That's the first walk given up by oh, it hit him. Never mind. Second time HBP for Arana. Back to the top of the order now for Ty, the leadoff guy, Tyler Giordano. Ty, the leadoff guy, or Ty, the great eye, whatever you want to call him.
Let's see what Tyler can do here. Looks
Joey
like the
is
softball game just ended.
Joey's just chilling over there with bullpen catcher Don Muley. I think he's gonna come in. See if Isaac is done for the day. No, Isaac actually is a really good hitter as well, but the Gales never use him in that capacity. In fact, they hardly ever hit any of their pitchers. They usually put a DH in. And in case of Rutherford, they're hitting both their pitcher and the designated hitter. They have a player in the game just for defense. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's one of their outfielders. Grounded toward the hole, base hit for Giordano.
Base hit, and there he goes again.
Arana to second. He'll stop there. Back-to-back hits. Back-to-back hits back-to-back base runners, Arana and Giordano, and that'll bring up Kyle Watson, the catcher, as the Gales look to get started here in the fifth.
What's the count? What do I put?
1B. So Ty is 2 for 3. And we'll get a visit here as the coach will come out. I don't think they're going to make it. Wait a second.
No pitching change. Looks like just a quick meet.
Yep. Here comes the ice cream truck here. And he's leaving. All right, well, we have time to kill while this meeting goes on.
Who wants ice cream?
Anybody want ice cream?
All right, who wants what?
And looks like Mr. Softy. And looks like it looks like half the Gales bench is gonna go get Mr. Softy, even though we've got a rally going here.
Okay, Jack, what do you want? Let's go.
Arana second. I take vanilla, nothing on it.
Oh.
No, just plain vanilla. Up, that goes to the backstop. Arana trying for third. The throw is not in time. And the dust will come
getting
up
back
into
out there.
bases. So now the runner's at second, third with one, and here comes the dust.
Trying to look away.
Yep. So now Watson has a chance with Giordano, Arana at third, Ty at second. Gales looking to break through here in the fifth. They've not had their only run in this game came in the first with nobody out. Since then, Joa has shut them down. Similar to his first outing. Kyle lines one into right field, a base hit. Arana's in to score. Giordano will be held at third. An RBI single for Kyle Watson. And it's 6-2 now. Second hit for Kyle as he's breaked out of his slump. And the Gales have runners on the corners now. They need one more base runner to get the tying run to bat. Now they've got the guy who's hit home runs in each of his last two games, Blaze Conti, at the plate.
Please ignore the music in the background. That is Mr. Softy.
Yes.
It is pretty loud.
Swing and a miss by Conti, nothing in one. So now runners at the corners with 1 out. Rutherford keeping their infield back and double play depth.
Yeah, 1 out, 0-1 count, 6-2 is your score. The Gills are trying to earn back and get back into this game in the top of the fifth, rather. No update on the JV nor
Swing the strike, and it's 0-2. Well, the score right now is the final score of the first game between these two teams, 6-2. Rutherford had the win. And the same pitcher, Chris Joa, pitched that game. Very strong performance. Ty dancing off third. There goes Watson, and Blaze hits one out to right center field. That should get the run in. Center fielder makes the catch. Tagging at third is Giordano. He'll come in to score. A sacrifice fly for Blaze Conti, and it's now 6-3. But SF for Blaze for Conti.
Black fly.
Yep, SF. So now 6-3. 2 runners in now for the Gales in this inning. Josh Moreno now to the plate with Watson still at first. Now, Watson was running on that pitch, and it was a hit and run.
Young boy. He was thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
We haven't even opened our sandwiches yet from Prova. Did you forget about them?
Yeah, I know.
Take it home. Pickoff try. Watson gets back safely. Not particularly close there. By the way, I want to mention this. In the NHL, a winter sport, the 4 teams that are in the West on the finals are teams from Nevada, North Carolina, Florida, and Texas. And this is the NHL we're talking about. You've got 4 teams from the South who are in the NHL finals.
Who are you rooting for?
Vegas. He's looking Vegas.
I'm rooting for Dallas because they cause no harm to the Devils. And I predicted them to go to the Stanley Cup final to play the Devils. I fortunately had Devils to win it, but I don't want Carolina. Carolina's horrible because of what they did. Shame on them. I don't want Florida. Shame on them. The Florida don't deserve it. I believe Carolina should lose. Florida should lose. Vegas should lose. Dallas Stars win it all. Go Dallas.
All right. There goes Watson again.
Maybe the Kraken, yes.
Throw to second by Gomez, and Watson is out at second.
That's a horrible call.
Watson was clearly safe, and he does this. He clearly knows he was safe. That's a terrible call by the umpire, and that sadly will end the rally. Dear God.
So Marino had a what? What did Marino have? Jack.
He didn't come up. No, he didn't come up. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Now here's Rutherford. Unless you want me to do it.
I don't care.
Here, I'll do it. Thank you, Eli, for the help.
Yep.
No, I said I would do whatever.
How do we get 2 back?
Yeah, we got 2 back. That's all that matters.
2-2. You win the game 7-6.
Yeah.
Well, there's a 75% chance we'll have a first-time champion this year. Right, Dallas has never won the final, right?
I don't know. They might have.
Yeah, Carolina wins. They're also the Hartford Whalers.
Yeah.
I don't have to go for my team.
I have to go with anybody but Carolina. I wouldn't mind Dallas winning because they've been good all year. Or Vegas, I wouldn't mind. Anybody from the West, I don't mind. From the East, I don't really care for. Young remains. Are we on or off? Oh, yeah. We're on?
Yep.
Okay, so Isaac Young remains as the pitcher here as we enter the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 is your score. Once again, please ignore the music in the background. That is the, yeah, Isaac Young is still remaining. That's what I said.
Joey is, he's still over there? Oh, yeah, Joey's still over there. I would have said this was probably.
Yeah. The music in the background is from the ice cream truck. Please ignore that at all times, please. We're going to try to keep us, you guys, busy. And a reminder, please join us for our very special first ever podcast tomorrow featuring me and Jack. It'll be our first ever podcast. It's called the 12th Horseshoe Podcast. It'll air at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
We're thrilled.
We're thrilled to have it. Thank you again to
And
Bobby.
thank you to Bobby, and thank you to all to the Colts mentors, my Colts podcast mentors that I listen to every week, for giving me so many tips on learning how to podcast. I can't wait to put it all together for our first episode tomorrow.
Still got a lot of information to write. They gotta have no test tomorrow.
It's in there first, right? Well, Isaac has started to look much better as this game has gone on. Game is still within reach for the Gills. Still just a 3-run game. They got a nice rally there, bringing in 2. They will have the 4, 5, and 6. That's poked out to center field, and that's gonna be
Dropped.
in for a base hit as Victorio can't handle it, and Joa will. I think that's nope. Who is that?
Should be Gomez. No. Sorelli.
Yeah.
So one be on Sorelli.
Yep. So it's a single for Sorelli. By the way, we have a position change. I'm trying to figure out. I think DeGennaro is coming out. Yep. DeGennaro is out. Jose Victorio is in center field. Obviously, JV playing today. Home against Rutherford. We'll have a. Not sure what the pause is here. This game's moving very, very quickly.
Very quick.
It is 5:33. So the game's lasted about an hour or so, but we're already in the bottom of the 5th inning. What?
Yeah, you're right. We did start 10 minutes late, as Bobby mentioned. And a lot of scoring has happened. And it's already 5:30 and only been an hour game already in the bottom of the 5th. About to be the top of the 6th, thanks to hopefully the good Gales crew. The coaches seem to be ready to pull. Joey Javasta keeps warming up. Jack, did Rutherford buy the ice cream truck to come over here to bring a distraction to St. Mary's?
I'm sorry?
Did Rutherford get the ice cream truck to get the distraction for St. Mary's?
I don't know.
That's my
And
guess.
another bunt attempt there by Hui.
Sorry for me.
What? Be the cleanup batter. And Watson thought about throwing behind him, but will not. Yep, goes around. And that's grounded and into left field, a base hit.
Base hit, runners move to first and second.
So base hit
No
there
outs
for
there.
Hui. So bring up the pitcher, Chris Joa, to the plate.
Here comes Nigel.
How many outs
Possibly
are there?
none. No outs, but here comes Nigel. This might be it for him.
Yep. Let's see, Joey is.
Joey's still warming up. He's paying attention, though.
Yep, we're seeing.
I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe it will.
Is it gonna happen? It doesn't look like it.
They are playing Jeopardy music. I do know that.
Yeah. See if they make a change here. Joey's still down there in the bullpen. He has not shown any sign of moving over here, so I think they're just gonna keep him in. They're gonna try to get these 5 innings out of Isaac. As X and Jose go out for a conversation in the outfield. Josh standing alone out there in right field with Sorelli and Hui, the runners at second and first respectively.
So no pitching change yet, but I wouldn't be surprised the next one will be it for Isaac Young. This is, I guess, the first warning circumstance, I guess you could say.
Joey's still warming up down there in the bullpen. He's been down there for quite a while. I mean, for like 2 innings. So now the pitcher, Chris Joa's got 2 doubles today. Now he rifles one into left. Arana going back, and he might have 3 doubles after this one. That's
There's
gonna bring
one.
in at least,
Here's
that's gonna
come
bring
2.
That's going to bring in at least 2. Joa to third. He's going to be waved home.
There's 3.
And it's
In
an
time.
inside the park home run. Chris Joa, the starting pitcher, with an inside the park home run. He's 3 for 3, and it's 9-3. So all 3 of those So they get 3 back is a 3-run home run inside the park homer. 9-3 now, and that's gonna be it for Isaac Young. Well, they tried to push him.
They tried.
That's gonna be it.
Well-
Not the start Isaac was looking for. Put a HR.
Yep, 3 HR.
Yeah. So Isaac will be done. Not the start he was looking for.
And possibly Mercy Rule is going to just come within minutes now, unfortunately.
I don't think so. We'll see how Joey does. We'll stay on. I'm just gonna put the mic down for a minute.
And Jeopardy music plays.
Yeah, I don't know why he's.
We'll pause for a moment. We'll be back.
I was invited yesterday to be a contributor to a sports broadcasting academy this summer
Oh, wow. Which one?
in Patterson.
The Patterson.
But I'm not here all summer, so I can't do that.
Ah, interesting. Are you doing the Hinchcliffe opening?
I don't know. I was driving back and forth. I mean, I had to come home anyway, but
This looks like we're almost about ready. Joey Chavasta again. Now the new pitcher replacing Isaac Young as it's 9-3 here. Another run will end this game if Rutherford can get it, as there is no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Again, as a reminder, here are two important games to know. Harrison, last game for Rutherford on Thursday. That is around 4 o'clock. Check, that'll be at Harrison for Rutherford's game. For St. Mary's, their senior night is this Friday at 4:15 p.m. versus Paramus. We'll have coverage of that and plus the early pregame ceremony. And also keep note of that we will also have coverage of Saturday's Leonia game. If the game, however, gets moved to Thursday for whatever reason, we will not have coverage of that game. And, of course, join us tomorrow from Jack and I as we do the 12th Horseshoe podcast. It's our first podcast. Please join us. It's a very special podcast and special moment for us, too, at least, as there is a 1-1 count at the moment. 9-3 is your score. I'll take it from here for now.
Yep, just took a little break there. Joey Chavasta, last time he pitched was last Tuesday against Lyndhurst. Through a scoreless inning, ended up being the winning pitcher in that game as the Gales rallied for 2 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a walk. But a BB. Bases on balls. So a walk there to
thanks a lot, Harrison.
Gumas.
It's not going to happen. But if Harrison beats Rutherford, we're going to give a chance.
Yeah.
That'll be our third loss in the division.
Wait, so if we lose
If they lose to Harrison, okay, third loss in the division.
oh wait, so but if they win this game, they're division champs. And that doesn't really matter.
Then again, if they lose to Harrison,
Who lose to Harrison.
I know, but you never know.
This division doesn't really matter. It's not Public B that matters, right? This division's just like
So the softball game looks like just ended earlier off to the side. Run on first, no count here. Joey Chavasta with the pitch now. The sun is hard to tell, so please be mindful with us. We're trying our best to broadcast. The pitch now.
Ground ball,
Grounded.
base hit, and the inning will continue. There's nobody out, right, Bobby?
Nobody out and runners at second
One
and
out,
third.
one out.
No outs.
Man, the sun is really bugging.
Bob, we don't have any home runs. No outs. No outs.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh wait, look at your score sheet.
Yeah, no outs.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the mercy roll might come into play. They have to get 4 more runs in. Swing and a miss, and a stolen base.
Stolen base, and that might do it.
Not a double steal. It's a runner from first to not break, but it's a stolen base for Rutherford.
Actually, no, there is no mercy. You got to get to 13.
Yeah, but I'm saying there could be a chance because you got 2 runners on, still nobody out.
True.
Sorry, guys. The sun's just killing me right now.
I agree.
I can't really even see on plate without shading my eyes. And wait, the runner didn't steal, but he came to third though. What was going on? I guess so. Don't worry, guys. There will be no sun in the way for our podcast tomorrow because we'll be doing it from inside.
Unless we do an outdoor version. We should do
There's
an
a good
outdoor
pitch
version.
by Joey. Ground ball to short. Giordano, and it goes into left field for
The runner score.
Error. 1 run will score. There's now runners at first and second with no.
And now it's 10-3.
Well, it's been a rough day for Tyler at short. It's E6. So that brings in a run.
That's 2 errors for Giordano,
It's
and
now
a run
10
comes
to
in.
3.
10-3 now. 3 more runs, this game's over.
He scores.
And the batter at the plate scores. Wait, would they have to go? Would St. Mary's have to come and bat again, or because there's a home team?
No, they're the home team, so it'll be automatic mercy.
All right, so Gales just want to, forget about this one, move on to the next one.
The most important one is the senior night. They gotta win senior night.
Yep, I don't know who that is. Can't tell. I think it's 17, but we don't have numbers on our roster. So it's just a rough game for the Gales. A rough game in the field. Pitching wise, not necessarily at the plate, just have gotten unlucky a little bit here and there. Can we switch you, Eli? Thanks. I'm probably not gonna do this honestly. The scoreboard.
1-1 count is the count, and now it's a strike for a 1-2 count. Nobody advances. Runners remain at first and second. 10-3 is your score with no outs. Currently, no update yet from JV. We do know that softball for St. Mary's did end. I don't know the score. Dan, doesn't look good from here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Their season is also coming to an end soon. Ground ball to short, and it goes through for another hit. That'll
There
bring in
goes
another
one
run. Still nobody out in the inning, and now the runners try to go down to third. Don't make it there. Runners into second, and the dust is gonna come into our faces. Well, it's 11-3 now. You've got runners at second and third. Now one base hit can just end the game.
And there's no outs.
Yep. Well, just one the Gales want to forget today. Rough game in the field.
Yeah, rough game, but they'll
Pitching.
bounce back eventually.
Not really a rough game at the plate necessarily. Just not the game they were looking for. But give credit to Rutherford. They've been playing a fantastic game. They've been playing like they want to win this national division. They want to be a contender. And I don't know what they're public something.
Non-public B.
Rutherford's not non-public B. They're in the national division, but they're not in non-public B.
Oh, no. I think they might be Section 2. Probably Group 2.
St. Mary. There's only 2 teams in non-public B North that are over 500. It's us, St. Mary's, and St. Thomas Aquinas. Rutgers Prep is in 3rd at 500.
The stuff is down there.
Gales Corps were the non-public B champions in 2019.
Yeah.
Of course, the Gales have played a ton of non-public A teams this year in some non-public Don Bosco, DePaul, St. Joe's. Is Milburn public or non-public, Bobby? Milburn? Are they public, Group 1?
Yep.
Bulldogs looking to end this game here. Still no outs in the inning. Infield will be in now, trying to keep this game alive. Alex Gomez, the catcher, at the plate. Line, right field, that's going to be down for a hit. 1 run is in, and they now just need 1 more run to win the game. And they'll have Van Weber is going to try to close this one out. Well, player of the game for Rutherford, definitely their pitcher, Chris Joa. 5 innings, giving up just 3 runs. But what he's done at the plate, even more impressive. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a home run. Driven in, I believe, 4. 1 more hit and that'll do it. Gales infield will play all the way in. They're going to try to keep this alive, and they're going to give an intentional walk to Weber. It'll be up to Luke Sorelli to try to close this game out. So Kelly at 3rd, Gomez at 2nd, Weber at 1st with nobody out. Rutherford on their way to sweeping St. Mary's for the season series.
Huge pitch from Travasta.
Line, base hit, and that'll do it. Rutherford wins the game, 13-3 in a mercy roll. Luke Sorelli puts a nail in the coffin with an RBI single. Final score, Rutherford wins 13-3 over the Gales, sweeping the season series. Bulldogs now 14-8 on the year, might be on their way to a national title. National division title.
Well, that will do it for us here from Memorial Field in Rutherford, New Jersey. From Jack Grissom, Elijah Weintraub. Join us tomorrow for a very special podcast that we're doing.
First edition of our new
Horseshoe
permanent podcast.
It's featuring me and Jack. Join us then tomorrow. And if not, for more St. Mary baseball action, join us back on Friday for senior night versus Paramus.